everyone, welcome. You can call me Spicy Tiara. I created this channel to talk about two of my passions, the first of which is Bollywood. Give me any good Bollywood movie and all my stress immediately goes away. It's comfort to my soul. Another one of my passions include plastic surgery. I mean, who can blame my interest when every time I open Instagram and scroll through it, I'm bombarded with perfectly photoshopped images? That got me thinking, and I started researching a lot. Earlier, I had thought that all these beautiful actors and actresses were blessed with the perfect genes, and that's the secret behind their unbelievably youthful looks. Instead, I learned a lot of work goes behind achieving this. It's not just natural beauty. Before we start, I would like to say that all my opinions are guesses based on what I have observed. I don't intend to offend anyone with my words. My goal is to bring you awareness and information about the effort against aging. Let's quickly jump into the topic I know you are actually waiting for, which is on Katrina Kaif. Ever since her entry into Bollywood, she has been considered as one of the most glamorous actresses. She now has her own makeup brand, K Beauty. Here she is, looking beautiful as a bride. We were all quite hyped up about her wedding, weren't we? Her movies have been big hits. Some of the characters she has portrayed, whether in Namaste London or Ajab Prem Ki Gazab Kahani, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, Ek Tha Tiger, will always be iconic. These are some pictures from her childhood. Such chubby-cheeked young child, and on the image on the right side, we can recognize Katrina's familiar features. These will be when she was in her teens. She started modeling at quite a young age, when she was just 14. In these images, you can quite clearly see a young Katrina's side profile view of a face. This was quite useful for me when I was examining her recent photos for any changes, and a whole lot of new stuff came to light. Here is Katrina on Cosmopolitan magazine cover. This was in 2002, so even before the release of her first movie. In the first decade of her being in Bollywood, without examining her photos much in detail, her features seem to remain constant, superficially. This is a good photo, as here she appears to be almost barefaced, but she still looks amazing as ever while shooting for a movie. While analyzing Katrina's photos, one thing I considered was to try and find, as much as I could, photos where her face were angled similarly, as the differences in appearance would be most visible in those kinds of photos. In 2018, in this photo, I think everyone can see Katrina looks quite different. Still beautiful, but we can see some changes, on which we will get to soon. One thing though, she rocks any style she tries. No wonder she is a Bollywood queen. 2022, so this is one of her recent pictures. So, from what we just saw now, you can see the natural progression of aging, which is normal. It has been 2 decades since her debut here in Bollywood. Aging is a normal process which only enhances a person's beauty. Coming back to this picture, which I had shown earlier too. Here She seems to be in her late teens, nearing adulthood, so this will be before any alleged treatments. Notice her features. We will take this photo and this one as a baseline for comparison. Now, the first plastic surgery procedure I believe Katrina has undergone is having lip fillers. This photo, as we know, is from 2005, and here you can see her lips look normal. Compared to here too, her lips look the same. The first major change I observed was in 2009, as it can be clearly seen here. Above her top lip, it looks like something is protruding out, and this is the effect of the use of lip filler, or rather filler migration. In the same year, you can see although the filler looks less in amount, it's still visible over the cupid's bow. Compare these two photos. The one on the right is from the same year but clicked earlier. No fillers are visible here. These are some pictures clicked from different angles but from the same event. What happens in filler migration is that although the surgeon injects the filler inside the lips, over time it gets moved outside of the lip line, and that's when it gets really noticeable. In the subsequent years, Katrina's supposed lip filler use have been visible when a face is angled a certain way, even up until now. So we can conclude that lip filler use has still continued. Another lip augmentation I think she has done is lip lift. One thing we can notice here is that her cupid's bow, which is the curved top part of a lip, was not that prominent earlier. But now the top lip as a whole seems pulled up. These pictures are from fairly recent years. The left one is 2017 and the right one just last year. So around the time maybe the lip lift was done. Again, coming back to this, let's observe the nose this time. I assume a nose job or a rhinoplasty was done before Katrina was even launched into Bollywood. The left photo was before her first movie released. The second one is from 2012. And here the tip of her nose seems just a bit refined. Once more, change can be seen more prominently in the later years too. If we see the left picture from 2010 and the right one from 2022, this time the sides of her nose appear smaller and the bridge of the nose too seems more polished. That's why I'm thinking she might have had a second nose job done around the same time. Katrina attended Cannes Film Festival in 2015, and these were amongst her red carpet appearances. I believe during this year she might have had cheeks and jaw fillers injected. These are pictures from the same festival but on different days, and on the left one it's super noticeable how much her cheeks seem filled and the jaws appear on the heavier side. This gets quite obvious to notice if we see these two photos. Notice how in the left one, Katrina's face appears a bit leaner, yet all the features are quite balanced out. But in the second one, the jaw area appears larger, more voluminous, and the cheeks too here appear more protruding. Another angle to show how cheek and jaw filler changes the face as a whole. These two pictures, these were taken on different days and different events, but were for the same promotion of her movie Phone Booth. It was in 2022. These photos brought the most uproar. Everyone on the internet was shouting at how much she had ruined her face with all the plastic surgery she has undergone. The reason that this particular change was so noticeable by everyone in public is that I believe she had the major surgery done, that is a facelift. Now, a facelift takes a lot of healing time compared to the rest of the cosmetic surgery we had discussed. If we see these images, notice how huge of a difference it is. The entire face seems tight and pulled back, and the face looks swollen too. Even in this photo, with the one on the right, I assume Katrina had already started on cheek fillers. Although you might think the photos were taken with unflattering expressions, what I actually want to point out is that even with fillers, the face doesn't appear as drastically changed as a facelift did in Katrina's case. Another major impact all these procedures did was it altered her smile. This was how Katrina naturally looked when she smiled. She is grinning from ear to ear, her eyes are squinted. You can see the lines around her eyes. This changed during the later years. Now when she full-on smiles, Katrina's jaw filler makes her jaws appear more wider and cheeks appear huge compared to earlier. Especially after the alleged facelift, now even the lines around the eyes have almost gone. These were all the changes that I observed. The procedures I listed are some of the most common ones that majority of the actors and actresses undergo. Especially now, minor procedures like filler use have got quite common, even with the public. Here's a timeline of how Katrina's looks have evolved over the years. She started in Bollywood when she was just 19 years old and still continues to dominate over the industry. She will be 40 this year and she looks as fabulous as ever. That's it for today. Thank you to everyone for watching. I'm so excited to bring more such content for you, so please do subscribe to remain updated. Give this video a like if you found it fun to watch. Also, I would love to hear more from you guys, so drop down your comments and opinions. Okay, I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.